Hi guys, this is Mr. Sassy and I'm here today to do Toriko chapter 311 review. 311, not 3000 this time. We have a long way to go to 3000. Because I did a mistake in the last chapter review. But anyway, jumping over that. Nice chapter. Very surprising chapter, and sorry for the hair. Very surprising chapter this week. Not a lot of information again. Mitsutoshi is starting with the hype train and it's going and never stopping. It stops at some stations but then it starts again, and the hype train in Toriko never ends. So, first thing, I was wrong last week. I said that the Monkey King Bambina is probably going to deflect Sunny's punch with Embu, just the way the master did Goritaurus, and Sunny will end up hitting Zebra, who was behind Bambina. So it would make sense. However, that was not the case, and that was not the case. Sorry, phone call. Yeah, so he doesn't deflect Sunny's power, and he doesn't do that because he doesn't need to. Their attacks, apparently, he doesn't even sense their attacks. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Sunny punches him, and this guy was chill, like nothing was happening. He was sitting back. Zebra got him, and this guy was like, yeah, whatever. And I said in the last chapter that Zebra noticed something funny about Bambina, and that something funny was that Bambina's skin, because Zebra caught him, so he was touching Bambina, and Bambina's skin, Bambina's fur seemed artificial. It seemed like clothes, not like real skin, real hair. And then Zebra got a glimpse of the Monkey King's real power, and he saw just how little he was in comparison to the Monkey King. Even though he had all the training, the Monkey King outclassed them by far. So Zebra panics and tells everyone to hit Bambina with everything they have, and they do that. And apparently, these clothes, that whatever they are, that Bambina is having on top of the real self, his real self. So this costume that Bambina is wearing, he's wearing it so it can suppress his power. So in order to have fun, Bambina actually needs to suppress his power. If he doesn't suppress his power by means of this suit, then he would be too powerful for anyone to even fuck with him, and yeah, he would be alone at the top. Nobody could do anything about him. So he wants to have fun. He somehow made this suit or whatever it was. And keep in mind that with his power suppressed, he still is 164 Mach. He travels at speeds of 164 Mach and does in 0.1 seconds 6 actions. So even with his power suppressed, he's very powerful. So the thing here is that I don't think they can beat him. And of course they all start hitting him because Zebra says that he's taking punches on purpose and we get a flashback from Coco, the four heavenly kings, and Kaka. And Kaka was telling them, even though they had the training, they will not be able to face the Monkey King at full strength. They themselves at full strength will be just playmates for the Monkey King. Maybe playmates. So a real fight is out of the question by far. And anyway, Kaka tells them to hit the Monkey King with everything they have, and if they are lucky, he will consider them playmates. If they are lucky enough to actually land punches, land hits that would actually be sensed by Bambina. It's not even a question of damage. They cannot do any damage to him. He just needs to sense that he is fighting someone. I mean, feel that he is fighting someone. Yeah, that's the word. So just for him to feel that he's in an actual scuffle, because they cannot do any damage to him. That's what Kaka was saying. And once the Monkey King gets excited because he feels that he has worthy play partners, then his balls, his testicle pair, let's call it pair, gets all moist, it gets all ripe, and then you can pluck them. So basically this is very strange, and it's funny. It's strange and funny. They need to get his balls wet in order to pluck them. Weird, but it was funny, because when they are fighting, Toriko lands a punch, an infinite nail punch, not just any punch, an infinite nail punch, and this guy takes the infinite nail punch, because if the punch itself doesn't do any damage to Bambina, then it doesn't matter that it's infinite. Zero multiplied by infinite is still zero. So Bambina takes the infinite nail punch because it actually doesn't do any damage to him. So just imagine the gap in power between Bambina and Toriko right now. He does an infinite nail punch and Bambina doesn't even care about it. He doesn't even try to dodge it. Just takes it. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter that I'm going to get infinitely punched right now because I ain't taking no damage from it. Then Zebra does a beat punch, Sunny does a hair lariat or whatever, and Coco does a poison machine gun, and Bambina again is not phased. He's not phased about this. Then they all three of them, Zebra, Coco, and Sunny, jump Bambina and pin him down to the ring. He cannot move, and now Toriko needs to punch him again. And while this is happening, all the 5 billion monkeys that are there to see the show all of them are cheering and are very excited, and they're having such a good time. But then something happens. Coco says, "Now, Toriko," and while the Monkey King is pinned down by Zebra, Coco, and Sunny, Toriko is supposed to take his testicles, pair, and he tries to do that. But the smell from the testicles, funny and weird again, smell from the testicles, because Toriko approached the approach pair to grab it, and so he could smell it, and the smell not only revitalized everything in Toriko, almost brought out his monster, his inner monster, but also his right hand that he currently doesn't have, or left hand, I forget, all the cells, the tiny little Torikos inside, are all trying to unite themselves with the severed hand of Toriko, because that smell was so revitalizing that his body jumped over 100% and wanted to reattach its broken arms. And if Toriko had his arm, he could have reattached it in that moment, only from the smell. So God knows what will happen when they will eat pear. Nobody knows what will happen, but they will jump out dramatically. However, they need to get it first, because Kaka says, not now, it's not the time. So they needed to entertain Bambina a little more, so that pear could be plucked the right way. But Toriko, because of the smell and everything, he grabs him by the balls, and they weren't ready to detach. And if they were not ready to detach, I don't know what Bambina felt at that moment, but he got really pissed off. And there was an explosion in the ring, and everybody jumped to the side. Like Zeba, Coco, Sunny, they were all tossed to a side of the ring. And Toriko, there's a little panel there of a heart. I think Toriko's heart just skipped a bit when this happened. So basically now Bambina has come out of that suit that he had on him, and we can see the true face of Bambina. And it's weird. It's like an old monkey, an old man monkey, something like that. But apparently this thing is so powerful, where they can no longer do anything to him. So they missed their opportunity to take Pear, because Toriko rushed in before Pear could be Pear was ripe and he could pluck it. Basically they missed their window of opportunity, and now I don't know what they're gonna do. So now the Monkey King, he is in his true form, and everybody bails. The 5 billion monkeys bail out of there. They are going down the mountain as fast as they can. The Den Shark looks very scared and he's backing off with Komatsu. Kaka actually says, "Oh shit," and Mitsutoshi puts a side panel where he says, "Oh shit indeed." And Kaka, from the looks of the last panel, I'm looking at it right now, maybe you can see it. Let's see. Okay, from the looks of this panel right here, Kaka is actually going into that state that the Nitro go in when their body gets dehydrated and they have no water, and they can survive for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years in that state. Now I don't know if that's truly what's happening, but if you look at that panel, that's what seems to be happening, because she really looks, I'm looking right now, and she really looks dehydrated, and she even says it looks like there's no other choice. So she may be going into that form to protect herself, which means that the Monkey King is going to kill all of them. And I don't know how they're going to get out of this. Because Sunny says, what the hell is he? So yeah, that's basically the chapter. Next chapter should be very, very interesting if Mitsutoshi decides to show us the true powers of the Monkey King without the suit. And at this point, I don't have any hypothesis to what's going to happen. We're going to learn how Pear from Bambina is linked with the Pear from the birth cry tree. We're going to learn that. we will probably see if Kaka goes into that process of dehydration. We're probably going to learn some insight about the Nitro as well, and I'm expecting to see all the demons from the four Heavenly Kings come out to fight Bambina. Even though they are not going to defeat him, they shouldn't be able to defeat him. I need to see all the four demons, because now they know Embu and they have eaten air. And if Toriko's demons could come out before he ate air, now they should be able to come out faster. Same with Zebra, same with Coco, same with Sun. And I want to see a demon fight against the true form of Bambino. But yeah, until next week, that's the chapter. Rate, comment, subscribe. As I said, I don't have any hypothesis yet of what's going to happen, so we need to see more. We need to get the hype, and the fights are okay, but we need to get a little more progression story-wise, because so far the story, ever since they met with Bambina, ever since they went up 100G Mountain 10 chapters ago or whatever, the story progression was halted. There was no story progression, just fights and hype, and not even fights. The fights were minuscule, only hype. So, that being said, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.